little bit of drizzle. I'm really hoping that's all it is. And in the morning it's supposed to be raining, but I'm really just hoping that's not the case. Really wanted to ride today, so you know, risking it for the biscuit, baby. Yeah, I was watching the clock because, you know, I gotta be at work by 6, and they said it was supposed to rain, and so I just kept watching the clock, and just like, you know, it's drizzling here and there, very light spittle spattles, nothing crazy. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, dude, like, is it gonna rain? Because like, if it's not gonna rain, I'm gonna ride. And then I just sit there and finally was just like, you know what, dude, screw it. I said, I'm gonna get ready to ride the car and the bike, whichever way it went. And you know, watching the clock, and then sure enough, right around the time the weather just changed, and it was like, yep, no rain today. And it's like, oh, okay, wow, thank you. But now granted, you know, it's a 30-minute ride, so it could be pouring where I'm going. Really hope that's not the case. Well, that's wide. I don't know what it was, but like, I hit those turns in the morning. Now granted, I know there was no traffic, but in the morning when I really couldn't see nothing, it was just like, you know, no problem, hanky dory, hit those turns like a pro. And now I can see them and I'm like, oh no, it's a turn. Yeah, this will be our first ride in the weather, boys. And it's crazy because like the sun ain't out, it's cloudy, there's a little bit of rain, and I obviously the temperature is not 30 degrees, but like, it feels good. It feels good. It's like not cold, it's not hot, it feels good. Oh, listen to that purr. Oh, purr, baby, purr. And my daggum Cardo's acting up, getting muffled sounds. But you know, my head's in the right position, it'll do whatever. I was leaning on that for a while. Oh, rev match, especially with that deep purr. Oh, that little gurgle. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's also my first real ride in, like, you know, some heavy traffic, at least all the way. Last time I rode, I took the bypass, and the bypass, I mean, like, there's really no one on it, so that is the beautiful part of the bypass until it's fully finished. Then everybody's going to be on it, and then it's that's gonna be the sucky part, because then, you know, there ain't really no free roam over there. It's gonna be locked down, because, you know, cops are gonna be like, ooh, tickets. Oh, tickets, let me give some people tickets now. I'm surprised you ain't got, I'm really surprised they ain't got like some secret douchebag people just chilling. Because, like, dude, the bypass is, oh, that's where it's at. You want to give somebody a ticket? You want to take somebody to jail? Yeah, go on the bypass. Are you kind of gay for doing it? 100%. But technically, you know, they willingly broke the law. Why do you think they were on the bypass? They knew they could get away with it. Woo! Win, baby. Little bump. Ain't nothing like a little bump. Little bump for work. So tempting to lane filter. but that's not legal here. But yeah, I got myself loaded out. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll have to show it maybe when I get off the bike, but I got me a nice little leg pouch so I can do my little, you know, safety carries. I do have a tourniquet in there, so you know, I got tourniquet, bandages, I got a breathing tube, and then in my big bag I got like chest patch, splint, some Israeli bandages. I don't know what made them come up with that name, but you know, let's just, you know, ignore that. And see, like, I'm not gonna do it obviously, but like, I'm just checking. I don't see how people lane split. Like, I'm just looking and I'm like, dude, now maybe it's because I'm on a cruiser, so you know, maybe I'm a little more out there wide-wise than a you know, sport bike, but maybe that's why I feel this way. But yeah, see, I'm looking at that gap and I'm like, oh, like, you know, go through it. But then I realized, I'm like, no way, no way. And it's not like it's tight or anything. I mean, that car is like dead center, this car is far left, so like I could definitely probably get through it, but I'd be freaking out personally trying to go through it. Create myself a gap. Alright, so I'm gonna have to hone in right here, guys, so I'm gonna be silent for a second, but I'm gonna let you guys watch. There's a turn and I'm gonna be on the inside of the turn, so I really gotta hone in and make sure I hit this properly with traffic. Slow her down a little bit. Yeah, see, it wasn't no crazy turn, but hitting it on the inside of traffic's not something I'm trying to do. You know, gotta be very, very mindful and very careful, because you don't know, people get in a rush, they want to, you know, swap lanes. I'd rather not get behind this truck right now, but I think that might be, yeah, that's gonna be my best option. Yeah, because I don't know that, and I don't need to make a last second, you know, turn. But yeah, no, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be great. Hopefully I can ride home. If not, I'm hoping my buddy Hunter will just, you know, give me a ride home. If it's really pouring, I mean, if it's drizzling, you know, I'll ride. I ain't worried about that. But if it's like absolutely ripping rain, I ain't trying to ride. All right, guys, we're heading home, getting a little wet. It rained, it's drizzling a little bit, but not too bad. Not bad enough for me to not feel comfortable. So, riding her home, but you know, we're gonna be putting her along. Not gonna worry about really getting on her. And I just realized I didn't put my gloves on. So don't forget your gloves, but I was kind of sort of in a rush. Wind's a little bit strong, so you know, just doing what I can do. Probably won't be talking much, just because I'm really focused on making sure I ride safe, because you know, it's pitch black and I really gotta, you know, hone in and make sure I watch out for spots that got water in them. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna have to raise my visor. I can't do it with that rain. It's hard to do that too. Damn. I'm trying to chill behind this truck too, just because I'm not trying to get involved with a lot of traffic. You know, since it's raining, it's wet, I don't want to go too quick. That way I can actually, you know, get a good look at what I'm looking for and avoid these wet spots in the road if they got a ton of water. also I can keep going at a nice brisk pace and not worry, because you know it's the morning, it's after work, people going to work, so you know you gotta take your time. I really hate that I didn't put my gloves on. Makes this ride feel way weird. But yeah, guys, see, this is like what you know you got to do, and you know you got situations like, you know, I really wanted to ride today. I knew rain was a risk. Luckily, it's not like pouring rain down right now, so it's not like I really have to deal with a brunt of anything. But still, gotta stay on the side of caution with everything. But the one thing that is definitely catching me is the rain on my windscreen, my face screen. It is very not helpful. And also, you know, if you get some fog with the rain, it's not helpful at all there either. And I'm fighting the wind as well. That's another thing. Fighting the wind, fighting the rain. That's crazy. The first real ride I froze, and then the second real ride I'm wet, soaking freaking wet. Worth it though, because the ride here was great. I love the sound of going over a bridge. And hopefully we can cruise these back roads and not have any problems. But gotta stay focused. Sorry, I apologize for the lack of commentary, but you know, I have to stay focused, especially when I get on these back roads now, because now it's wet and there's a chance of deer. So take her nice and easy and just, you know, sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. That was some nice lightning right there, baby. And of course I could not make it back home without the protection of the Almighty Lord and God. Oh man, whew, I hate that. And Hunter told me, you know, not to worry about cars, but on these back roads I'm worried, because like, let alone their low beams already blind me. I don't want them being like, oh, this guy's high beaming me. Because see, like, I could not see that turn. You know, I just know the turn, luckily, but I could not see it. That's why you always got to look ahead. Look ahead, stay prepared. Obviously, drive on familiar roads. That's your best bet. But key thing, look ahead. I knew the turn that was coming up. I knew what it looked like. I knew how steep it was, and paid attention to it. And then I just looked at the yellow line for reference when I could not see it. But as I was saying, obviously, I could not make it home without the help of Yahweh, the Lord Jesus Christ, the one who died for our sins and rose again. He's the one who protects me. He's the one who keeps me safe, and could not be more thankful. And he protects us all. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall have everlasting life and will not perish. I'm slowing down for this one. I did not want to hit that turn with that car's lights on me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of night riding, if I had to be completely honest with you. Like, maybe really early, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., no cars out, like, you know, handful of cars, nothing crazy. I'd probably enjoy that, but not on the back roads, definitely not. Back roads, you know, it's just so unpredictable. Like, maybe in the city with lights and, you know, stuff like that, with like not a ton of cars, that'd be fun. I could see that for sure. See, like right now, like, dude, now granted it's raining, so that's also another reason, but dude, daggum anxiety is like up there. Well, maybe anxiety, but you know, definitely on edge, which is good though. Staying on edge, staying prepared, looking out for everything, and making sure I'm good, making sure I'm safe. But yeah, boys, that was the wet ride. Got nice and wet. It was not the funnest thing in the world, but we got to ride the bike, so That's really all that matters. But now I have to cover her up because it is going to be raining. And that's going to be the end of this video, guys. Thank you very much. Had a great time. The ride home was rough, but it was fun. Sorry for the commentary, but, you know, had to lock it.